Hello everyone, and welcome back. Found a good way to burn my cardboard instead of having to go do it in the fire pit. People always ask, why don't I recycle it? We don't have any recycling here. Well, she's all loaded up until tonight. Actually, right now it's 14 degrees, I think. Temperatures like this, it doesn't take a whole lot of wood. This is probably burned till morning. I might cut some wood today, I'm not sure. We have a small snowstorm coming. Like down at my mom and dad's place, they're supposed to get like 10 or 13 inches. Up here, we're just supposed to get 4 to 6. Not a real big deal at all. But I might come out today and cut some of this oak up. I was out here yesterday and did a bunch of cleaning up in the workshop. Still has a little bit more to go, but it's looking a lot better than it was. 2 days ago, Melissa and I ordered all the sheetrock for in here, ceiling in the walls, and all of the insulation for under the floor. So there'll be no more working in here where you're nice and warm and your feet are freezing. I think it'll take at least a week before they get it out here because I ordered it to be delivered. I didn't want to have to go and pick up, just for the walls, it's like 62 sheets, 4x8 sheets, and I didn't want to haul that, unshovel everything off the trailer. I think for the ceiling it was 23 sheets, and then we have the mold resistant type stuff. There's like 3 sheets of that for where the tub is, and I didn't want to have to haul that. Sheetrock sucks no matter what, so if they can get it as close to the door as possible, all I have to do is haul it into the actual building. I don't think in the last video I had this put in yet. I just started doing the cold air return stack. It'll be nice. It's already quieter in here. Once I get the one, I have to get the one on top made. This one was pretty simple because that bottom piece was already pre-made and it fit on here. I'll have to get something made on the top. I don't have a metal bender, and sheet metal's not really my thing. So I'll measure that up and get it done, but it's already quieting it down somewhat. I wasn't even going to start filming yet. It's only Tuesday, but then this snowstorm coming, I thought, well, you never know up here. It could be a little tiny storm, or it could shift a little bit to the north, and all of a sudden we're getting 8-9 inches. You just never know. Snowstorms are always fun. I can't tell you how nice it is to just walk into whatever building this year and it's warm. It's just such a game changer for getting stuff done because you don't have to come out here and fire up the wood stove and then wait a couple hours for it to start to warm up. I was out here a couple days ago with the tractor. I put that video up on Joe and Zach Survival. Pushed all this snow back because I don't know if I'm going to need to get to this pile or if I'm going to want to cut off of this pile. But if I don't keep the snow pushed away, I mean, now we've had about 18 inches, a little more than that. We had another 3 or 4 after that, but it'll get to be too much for the tractor to push. So I think I'm just going to try to keep this open this year, and if I need it, I need it. If I don't, I don't. This stuff will just melt earlier in the spring in this little section. I got the snowmobile pulled out. Seems to be running pretty good. That's enough wood for now. With this thing here, with this kind of wood, if you had, let's see, this size for sure, if you had 3 logs this size, will burn it 24 hours if you're anywhere from 5 below to 10 above. If it's not real windy. If it starts getting windy or colder than that, probably going to need 4 of those logs. There are some days when 2 of those logs would easily burn it for 24 hours. Run up to Walmart before I go in there inside and take off my shoes, which are wet, and then there's going to be sawdust from the chainsaw on my socks. So well, I have a video I want to get uploaded. I just went out and filled up the wood boiler, and we've got a solid 2 inches, maybe a little bit more. Now there's kind of a lull in the snow. They're still saying 3 to 5 more. We'll see. Went out and did the chickens, gave them water. They had plenty of food. Collected 3 eggs today. Good morning, everybody. Did not get a whole lot of snow, and more snow overnight. I suppose we have a good probably 3 inches on the ground, and now it's snowing pretty good. They're still saying, you know, between 1 and 3 today with the different bands that are coming through. Just coming out here to start the diesel. Melissa's going to have to take that into work. She's definitely going to need to use the 4-wheel drive. I just ran Brandon into town. He had a doctor appointment and came back. The roads are an absolute mess. About 11:30 now, so it's been over 15 hours since I loaded up the wood boiler, but it's not on a burn cycle, so it still has wood. It's 20 minutes after 4. It keeps, it's snowing out, but it'll snow real hard and then it'll let up. I think we're getting towards the tail end of this. I know we've got at least 6 inches. You can just see the mail person showed up with the package and had to walk all the way from the end of the driveway. So I'm going to grab the 4-wheeler and push what I can out, just so some of it's pushed out tonight. It'll be getting dark soon, but get some of it cleaned up anyway. I take that 6 inches back. We got closer to 8 to 10. There's no way I can push out the end of the driveway. I'm gonna have to fire up the tractor. That's enough moving snow for tonight. The old farmhouse is starting to sound like a John Deere again, so one of them plugs is falling. And I've only changed the plugs once since I bought. Let's see, when did we get that? 4 years ago? Whenever it was. Anyway, I think I'll go up in the morning and get new plugs for it, and there'll be more snow to push out. But I got the majority of it. You can easily get in and out. When I was pushing the snow next to the wood boiler, I noticed that the temperature was down to like 164. And if it's full of wood, it'll stay between that 171 and 180. So I knew that it was pretty much out of wood. So I just went in there and threw in, I think, 5 or 6 smaller logs. I'll fill it up in 2 hours on my regular time, but still, we made it 22 hours on what I put it in last night. I kind of wanted it to do a full burn like that because they're starting to get a lot of coals in there, and if you wait like this to do kind of a full burn, it burns those down some. I had to do some running around this morning. Melissa's work vehicle, they wanted snow tires put on it, and so she brought that in. And it was done, so I had to drop her off to get that, and then later on I'm going to have to go pick her up from work and bring her back home. And I went and got new spark plugs for the tractor. She's running real good. I just want to push the straight part out here. I need to keep everything pushed out pretty good because I don't know when that sheetrock, what day they're going to say they want to deliver that, and when they do, last thing I need is 100 sheets of sheetrock dropped off at the end of the driveway. I need to get it back as close to that building as possible. That's looking a little bit better. I got to get out of these heavy clothes and get in my truck and head for Wisconsin to pick up Melissa. Yesterday when Melissa drove home from work, that snowstorm was still going on, and the fastest she got on the interstate was 40 miles an hour running it in 4-wheel drive. Look at it today. Snowplow goes by, sun comes out, they put all the salt and chemicals and stuff on the road, and some places it's dry tar. 9 o'clock at night, 4 below zero. Good for another 12 hours at least. Melissa's going to take the King Ranch to work again tomorrow, so I had to move it over here and plug it in so it starts real easy in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's a balmy 7 below zero. I'm heading up to Hibbing this morning. Need to drive up there, grab some stuff, and then turn around and head to Melissa's office in Superior. Doing a lot of this pushing the snow back farther. There's been so much. If they don't get it pushed back, they're not going to have anywhere to put it on the next big snowstorm. I'm about an hour north of the house now, and you can see they don't have near the snow up here. That last storm that we had, the one during this video, they dumped, I don't know, 8 to 10 probably at the house. Up here they got nothing. So this is all from the previous storm that dumped about 18.5 inches at the house. And up here there are places that got more than that during that storm, but yeah, not as much up here. Well, that's done. Now it's about an hour and 45 minutes back to Melissa's office. It's all coming from the other side of the building? Huh.
Weird.
Well, I got everything dropped off at Melissa's office. Her and I went out for lunch. And now I'm heading home. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to end this one right now because sheetrock's coming in just a couple of days. And then things are going to get busy again. I will see you guys on the next video. Only 2 eggs today, but they're still laying.